There is a country beyond that which is known to humankind. A stray country. A country that exists west of October, whose borders are somewhere between midnight train whistles and the distant howl of a dog. A country that lies somewhere in the stitched and jittering static between radio stations. A country that drifts through America like a traveling salesman, but every now and then stops to nest on a small town, a small church, a single street, and maybe, just maybe, some kind of delayed radio broadcast you've stuffed in your ears. Chapter 27. This little piggy went to the slaughterhouse. Where do we go? Billy asked. Jack looked at him. He looked like a sad bunny. Jack cracked a knuckle. We go home. He meant to take a step forward. He didn't. He rolled his lip like he'd seen Clint Eastwood do. He took a step. Don't. Billy's hand flew up, held out to stop by signal or universal sign language, but did not touch or hold. The hand was held out as if being warmed over November night. Both boys looked at the strange thing shot up from the side of a body. This peculiar thing that had shown up unannounced and now camped between them, making them notice. Eyes to the hand. Eyes to the eyes. Eyes to the hand. Eyes to the eyes. What is it, Billy? Don't. Billy said like it was the only word he had. Come on, Billy, it's just art. Jack tried to say home. He couldn't. Tried to say house, but felt strange coming after the article R. He scrapped the sentence. It's just a house. House. Billy said. Yeah, a house. Why not say our house? Jack snorted. Billy, come on, we're just scaring ourselves. That sack jumped at us. You saw it. Jesus H. Christ, could it jump? A plastic sack can't follow, can't see, can't stalk or jump, right, Billy? I mean, I know we both thought we saw, but put it up against reality. Run all that stuff through Newton's laws, roll it over the scientific method, and wouldn't we know it? If sacks could follow or watch or rustle a song to some idiot lullaby that spoke to our bones, wouldn't some scientist somewhere have noticed? Wouldn't we have swapped out plastic sacks for rats and experiments a long time ago? Billy nodded. Jack nodded, as if he agreed with what he had just said. Yeah, you're right. Billy nodded again, a second time, to make it more true. The boys looked at each other. Their bones itched for movement. The driveway waited patiently, like all driveways wait. Go ahead. Jack licked his lips. Okay, sure. Jack did not move. The driveway waited patiently. Jack shook his head, fluttered his fingers like a butterfly-handed gunslinger. Okay, here I go. Billy nodded. The driveway waited patiently. Jack did not move. I'm gonna walk up the driveway. Billy nodded. Jack stood still. Look, Jack turned to face Billy. The sack couldn't be bad, okay? Let's just say it is a ghost or something, okay? It's not a bad ghost, okay? We know that for sure. How do we know that? Because it got inside the church, and the church is the safest place on the planet, okay? You think a vampire could have followed us inside the chapel and took all the hailstorm hymns left in the dust between the pews? No way. You think Lucifer could step foot in and not be pummeled by last week's sermon? Couldn't even get in the front door. Probably not even step on the property without striking his foot like a match on the holy ground, right? So yeah, maybe you're right. Maybe people got plastic sack souls nowadays, okay? But that doesn't mean they're bad. Billy was waiting for Jack to close the sale. Jack stammered. So, come on, Billy, think about it. But the reason Jack was a good salesman was because he understood the cardinal rule of sales. Only sell what you'd buy. You're right, Billy said. Of course I'm right. Jack tried to slide a smile. It seemed to be out of service. He turned towards the house. It looked stapled to the night, nailed to November midnight, stitched to the season. The driveway waited. Unless what? Jack's face grew serious. Never mind. Damn it, Billy. Just say it. No, forget about it. Billy. I said drop it. God damn it, Billy, say it! Unless the problem's the church. The neighborhood streets were very, very silent. Like they'd heard the kid talk against the grand church, what had come to the people, walked to the suburbs. Jack lowered his voice. What do you mean the problem's the church? What if the churches don't work like they used to? You know, like musket balls against Kevlar vests? Jack blinked. That's silly. Why wouldn't the churches work like they... Jack's voice went away. Billy kept talking. There's Carl Bradford's family. They never go to church and his dad still makes lots of money. Yeah? More than Winston Findlay, and Winston sings in the choir. Yeah, but... And what about Jared Jeffrey? What about him? Well, remember how he told us he saw that footage from Woodstock and his mom wasn't wearing any tops sitting on her boyfriend's shoulders? Yeah, so what? And if you go to concerts and take off your top, you and I both know you do it. And that guy in the video wasn't Mr. Jeffries, so Jared said his mom for sure did it with another man before his dad, and they're still married, and mom and dad aren't going to be for long, and mom and dad didn't have sex before marriage, and that's not fair because God promised if you kept yourself chaste and clean, you wouldn't get divorced. But they're not divorced yet. But they sleep in separate rooms, mom's looking for another place. They're just going through a phase. God damn it, Jack, wake up! The church promised them all sorts of horse shit that didn't come true. Jack's mouth didn't open, didn't speak. The neighborhood, with its hedgerow mazes of snoring houses, slumbered on. The boys looked at their own house, sitting, stirring in the night. A light in the north end, a light in the south end. Nothing but house dark in between. Two islands in the night. Had they even noticed the boys gone? Billy looked back towards the church at the end of the street, lowered his voice. What if the church is like old, out-of-work slaughterhouse employees? Jack blinked, like Billy had punched him in the face. Slaughterhouse? Yeah, a job done in by new technology. You know, machines do a lot of the jobs people used to. No, why'd you pick slaughterhouse? Why not lamplighter or switchboard operator? I don't know. It was just the first thing that popped in my mind. Jack looked to the house. Yeah, me too. Jack looked up the street. Jack looked down the street. Did the houses look like slaughterhouse employees or slaughterhouses themselves? Was there even a difference to a pig? To big eyes coming in for the bloodbath? Did the once workman of the slaughterhouse look as big and broad and blank as the building itself? And why, when he looked at the houses, did he keep thinking of pilgrim badges? The first mass-produced tourist souvenir. Was it because houses in neighborhoods like this were trying so hard to be very, very civilized? Film strip protocol houses like this, just a pissant bauble to show off to a friend what was really meaningless because the whole world was drowning in bedroom houses like these. And there was that word again. Bedroom. 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 Was that how a neighborhood like this could turn into a slaughterhouse? Because it was built on a bedrock of dreams. Because dreams always were finicky things, could change on a dime, really. How many times had he had a dream suddenly go off the rails? And if it could happen on any midnight pillow, couldn't it happen here? Didn't that mean the American dream could become the American nightmare? Jack swallowed. Billy? Yeah? Billy, are you still there?